Hey guys, me Admiral back with another video, and if you feel like this is not live commentary, you're right, this is post-com. I recorded this game a couple of days ago in the searches of every single T-34-100 on the enemy teams we can. So we brought both of the King Tigers, the H and the P, in our lineup, and I was setting out to do like a new event tank hunting video with King Tiger, because when I was trying to do a proper review on it, it was actually very tricky to get it because everyone was constantly playing it on the Soviet side. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna switch sides. We're gonna be a tiger on a hill here for this first few moments of the game, and we're just gonna see how many of the T-34-100s we can find. Now, the first encounterment here with any of the enemy here is some infantry, and this name, the FSX-001, is going to be someone that we're going to see a lot in this game in different sorts of ways. Tanks, planes, infantry. This guy is going to be very present in this match. So this is Assault, Ministry Garden Assault, that we are defending, notoriously known as one of the, I want to say, impossible objectives for the attacking team to do, and it is near enough impossible. And you can see there's the first 100 mil in the kill feed, so there's the first T-34-100 somewhere sneaking around the enemy sides, and we're just gonna slow down the gameplay, look for the tracers, and we're just gonna get the most cheekiest hit on the top of the turret you can possibly get. And there's the first T-34-100, and that is right in the moment when there's the first bombing attempt near us. First, I say first because it's first of many. There's gonna be a plethora of moments when the enemy team is gonna actively try to bomb me. Luckily, there's a friendly air force as well, in the shape of Bf-109. Now, there's a tank that I kind of miss, and by the time I fire, he's behind a piece of rubble, and he manages to sneak through the Brandenburg gates. Now, if you don't know, you can sneak through the Brandenburg gates, and you can kind of come around from the other side of the point. So we're never gonna have a visual on that guy in this match until my infantry is gonna take him out. So that guy's lost. We're not gonna have a chance to hit him. And now when it kind of feels like everything's gonna calm down, not much is happening, the enemy Dishka MG nest just gets a monstrous attack on our friendly APC that was filled with like 2 or even 3 squads, and someone's taking Panzerfausts to my tank. We are retreating. Someone's been sneaking up on us. There's a plane coming in as well. Panic reversing. Oh no, that's not actually the plane, that's the Dishka gun. There's another Panzerfaust attempt. This Dishka gun is just making everything worse, and this is our big friend. FSX-001 is back with this Panzerfaust, and we kind of very luckily switch around here from my friendly, and there's the plane, and another bombing attempt, pretty poor this time around. We kind of switch places with my friendly Panzer 4J, and our big friend takes out our Panzer 4J instead of us. Now we're doing the repairing of the internals of the tank, which is super easy. Hold down the T and select whichever thing is broken. There's the bombing attempt number 3. We're still good. This is like a game changer. So if you take out enemies' cannon breach and only cannon breach, and you're like, okay, so he's not gonna be able to shoot me. Trust me, he's gonna get ready his cannon breach in like 3 seconds, and he is gonna shoot you back. So don't be so like cocky and confident that you've taken out his breach and that's game over for him, because it really isn't. Now with the new mechanic, you being able to repair internals from the inside, which only makes sense, kind of makes tanks more kind of user-friendly, more effective. We find, I believe, the MG nest here. Yeah, we're gonna take out the MG nest and fire the main cannon just for the good measure, make sure it's gone, and we get a nice little cheeky mark here, and I think I can kind of see the front plate here. We're just gonna go for it. I kind of expected for the APC-BC just to take it out one shot, but we hit some fuel tanks as well, and it felt like there might be some fire or something, but really wasn't. There's a plane coming back, but I think this wasn't really a bombing attempt on our side. And yeah, this guy's just kind of chilling here behind the bushes or whatever. And it's not a T-34-100, it's an 85mm, but still we got him. And there is the next plane approach. We're using our MG42 in a very good use. I can just highly suggest you to keep using your MG34 actually on the King Tiger. The top mounted, because they are so good. They're kind of heavy machine guns, you know, and you can get some really nasty hits on those enemy planes. That's what we're going to be trying to do the whole video. And sometimes you can, like if they go for a suicide run, easy peasy kill on your side. There is someone else trying to sneak through the Brandenburg gates. It's Mr. Resident Evil 94 once again with the T-34-85. We completely stop him. And this is what our game has kind of been so far. So we're sitting in the Tiger 2H. We've brought with us the Tiger 2P. We have the Italian. Ooh, look what that. Luckily my friendly Panther managed to bait out the shot. And there's another T-34-100 that I would never ever see. Like, this guy would sneak up on me and we'd be gone. We'd be gone. So that was very lucky. So I'm not kind of paranoid from the left side as well, because those tanks can literally appear from anywhere. As I said, we got both of the King Tigers. There's another bombing run coming in. So we're like, okay, so we got some planes with us as well, just in case, you know, we're gonna run out of the Tigers eventually. This guy's very persistent coming back. We're just gonna full on reverse here. I think we should be okay. We are indeed okay. And for the plane support, what we have with us is the Bf-109 K-4, which is a really good fighter, although it doesn't have bombs. But as a fighter with a 30mm, it is really good. Now, my friendly Panther G was just taken out by our good old friend FSX. I can't remember his nickname anymore. 001. This guy's really hunting for tanks, that's for sure. And the other plane we have with us for this video is the Italian Fiat G.55. And the cool thing about that one is we actually have some 100 kilo bombs, if I remember right. We are taking some hits again. The Panzerfaust are landing left and right and center. You can hear that, you can see that. And we are on a full-on reverse. And there's yet another bombing attempt. We're going to try and use our top-mounted machine gun. Unfortunately, these bombs actually hit me. We kind of managed to drive away. And the top-mounted machine gun just ran out of the ammo right as we needed the most. So we only take track damage. King Tigers are very prone to just, you know, survive bombing runs for some reason. I don't know. But they just have very nice layout of the armor and thickness, and just we survive these 100 kilo bombs and 50 kilo bombs quite often. And as if we've not learned from any of the mistakes that we might not be best placed on the top of the hill, that's exactly where we're going back. And there's another T-34 85 Mr. Resident Evil once again, just checking if my internals are all okay. And now these bombs literally hit me on the head, and we die to a 50 kilo bombs, which is rather unfortunate. Like, we only needed to drive forwards or backwards a little bit and we would probably survive those. But this is where the 109 K4 comes out with its 13mm and 30mm. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to do like a cool flying through the street here, and then I realized that there's a building in a way that we can't really do that. There's the first enemy plane, the IL-2 that we kind of mess up rather easily. There goes the tail. And now we are chasing after whoever bombed us with the 50 kilo bombs, and I could not guess what it is, and it was the Lag 311, and I can't say I've ever seen anyone playing it in like Enlisted ever in all of these years. So yeah, there's the Lag 311. Interesting. We're just going for a casual ground strike. There is someone with an AA on the ground, so that's gonna be a bit tricky here. Our friend, the FSX 001 in the enemy team, he's just panzerfausting. I watched the kill feed. He's just panzerfausting everything and everyone. Going for another run because we don't have any bombs, just trying to intimidate this tank that we have here. You know, sometimes those rounds pen engine decks and things like that. I believe that's a T-34-100. In a hit cam, definitely looks like it. Wow, that guy got another Panther with his Panzerfaust. And there is something hitting us. I think there's like a ground AA or something. We are pretty messed up, can't really control the plane. Just trying to use the rudder kick here for the last ditch effort, seeing if we can maybe get those 30 mils on the engine deck of this tank. For some reason, I don't really know why, but it doesn't really translate very well from War Thunder to Enlisted, how guns work on tanks. Maybe these belts are all HE or something, like fragmental HE that really doesn't pen any armor. Maybe, yes. But if you take any of like 20 mils or 30 mils in War Thunder, you can just do full-on cast runs on tanks. Without any rockets, without any bombs, you could just pen and mess around with enemy tanks. And I know you can do that in Enlisted too, but it's just somehow much more reliable in War Thunder. Now we are just back in our position here, and you can see the enemy tank actually shot our corpses from the last time. Unfortunately, our APC isn't that lucky. We managed to take out this T-34-85 D5T, but I know that there is 100 mil somewhere in behind those bushes, and we're just gonna be very patient. We're gonna wait out. The team marks him, and at this stage I'm trying to look for green, yellow, red marker on my reticle, which would suggest I can hit him. We can't, because he's still behind something. He decides to back up a little bit, and this is where we can get the marker. He tries to shoot me, misses, and we get the T-34-100. And now when it's gonna feel like it's kinda calming down, we're down to, enemies down to 400 tickets. I'm pretty sure the next bombing run is gonna be upon us very, very soon. Those paratroopers completely scared the living crap out of me, because I was like, okay, we are being paratrooped and executed very, very shortly. And there's the next bombs right on top of my head, and it's Mr. FSX-001 with a P40. Oh, we can almost start to count how many planes he's brought to the fight, because he definitely has this P40. He's gonna have an LA7, I believe, later on as well. And I can't really remember if the Lag 311 was his. Yeah, but he's really, really, really prepared to bomb those King Tigers. Now we spawned the Fiat. We have 20 mils, the MG-151s, which I sometimes find they struggle quite a bit. I don't know why, but the German MG-151s are pretty poor against enemy planes for some reason. We have our first customer here. We are still holding on to our 100 kilo bombs, and luckily this guy doesn't crash, so we can actually try and have some fun with this guy. He dropped these 100 kilo bombs, so again we can only guess what aircraft that is. And he's actually turning really well, as most of the Soviet fighter kind of cast ground striking aircraft, they turn really, really well. We're trying to get some early hits here. He's kind of trying to turn for my friendly, not really doing much here, and we're gonna get our guns on the target eventually. He's kind of trying to be tricky here, but slowing down a little bit here, so we kind of cut our throttle, use some flaps to slow down, make sure we don't overshoot him. He goes really low. Going really low is really good tactic sometimes, because you can bait the enemy chasing you, crash into buildings or something like that. And there goes the drowned 175 with his Lag 311, and at least we know it's not our big friend flying this thing, because like I would wonder how many planes that guy has with him. There is a plane somewhere. I spot the tank last second. I was like, okay, we're gonna try and bomb this guy. Very poor efforts here. Yeah, those bombs landed nowhere near, but we should have paid a little bit more attention to the kill feed, because there's 20 mils, I believe, in the shape of LA7 that took out my friendly. Was chasing back to a rearming point, and there he is. I totally didn't pay attention, and he managed to get me actually with 7.62s at this stage. And I was like, okay, we're gonna spawn a plane, And then I've seen a plane in a kill feed crashing. I was like, okay, now we're actually going to spawn a tank. But that wasn't the correct plane that crashed. There's still another plane up in the sky. But we've spawned the King Tiger. And obviously, as one does, no one really... Yeah, there's a freaking IL-2, dude. No one really learns from their mistakes. We dish out tons of hits on this guy. He's kind of okay. Flies away. And we're literally going to take a random 88 mil. You know, if it happens, cool. There are more bombs on us. We survived those. And I'm starting to think to myself, okay, maybe we should take a different approach to the battle. There's the last 184 tickets. Someone's trying to take hits on me, so we're not really gonna go for the hill approach this time around. Very, very careful here, because I don't want to be bonked by an IS-2 or 100 mil. And yeah, we choose the other side this time from the street. We got a friendly Panzer IV, which is really good. He's firing a lot. He's gonna be taking a lot of attention off. There's a gunfire to my right that kind of scares me, but then I realize there's a friendly with a built engineering AT cannon sitting on a hill, a 75 mil pack, which is pretty cool. And there's an enemy plane coming in, aggravating on my friendly, bombs out, looks like an LA-7, 100 kilo bombs. Our big friend FSX 001 is back, and he's bombed. Unfortunately, I don't turn fast enough for this aisle approach. He's trying to bomb me with the RBS rockets. He managed to get my commander. So we are one crew short. I tried to look for him. I couldn't find him, but I think he's down the side. Yeah, there he is. And yeah, we're one crew short. I think it's a little bit, maybe, if we sit in a commander seat, it's gonna affect the loading. But as soon as we go into the gunner seat, I'm pretty sure the commander, after a gunfire, might actually change to the loader seat. I'm not entirely sure. We need to pay attention to that. Now, at this stage, I've heard a gunfire. I know there's an enemy tank somewhere, but I really can't make out where it would be. Our friendly takes down the IL-2, which is really good for us. But we are now engaging the cautious mode, because I know there's a sneaky 100 mil somewhere on our left side. But I just don't know where it is, and we're just gonna wait for our infantry to, you know, give us a little hint, maybe mark him, maybe help us, maybe bait him to fire. And there's the marking, and he knows exactly where I am. As soon as we peek out here, he takes the shot. I don't know, maybe he hit like a stupid angle on our turret. We survived. Maybe he hit the front plate. And this is where the stare down begins. He knows if he peeks, he's probably dead. And we know he's somewhere behind all this rubble. And there are few friendly guys here, and we're literally just gonna sit here and hold on to this position, slow down the enemy, because he doesn't want to peek me. Let's be honest, he doesn't want to peek me. We're trying to look for him here somewhere. Meanwhile, our big friend FSX is still bombing the crap out of my team. And we're just gonna force this guy sit in the cover for long enough until my infantry is able to get close enough, because he doesn't want to move out of the cover. And eventually they manage to get him with the TNT charge. The T-34-100 is gone, and we're like, okay, cool beans, good job team. And now they are hitting the big timer. They're not hitting the you know, the minute timer. We are hitting the 25-minute timer on the battle. That's why it's over a minute. That's why you see there's a timer almost like I think the last 3 minutes or something, they get the warning that, you know, if you don't cap this and you still have tickets, the game, like, you got 25 minutes regardless of your ticket count for each point or position to take. And this is what they've hit, and now we're unfortunately gonna murder a child. There goes the T-70. Yeah, someone just decided to bring a T-70 out in a top tier game. And if it seems like everything's in the bag, then there comes the next bombing attempt. We died to our big friend FSX 001, 100 kilo bomb, so I'm pretty sure that's the LA-7 in his arsenal that he's using. We're gonna spawn the 109 K-4 in the attempt to find him. And I'm gonna struggle to find him, I'm not gonna lie. And you're gonna, you know, one of my signature moves, I tend to do it on streams at least. I'm gonna fly here and be like, yeah, I can't see this guy. And then I'm like, wait a minute. There's the tall monument that leads the street here on the left. There it is. that leads to the street to the Brandenburg Gates, and I'm like, 4 tickets on the enemy team, minute and a half to go. Let's celebrate this victory. We're gonna do a sharp lefty here. We're gonna fly towards the monument. You need to fly around it. We're gonna line ourselves up with the Brandenburg Gates, and we're gonna celebrate this GG, and we're gonna fly through the Brandenburg Gates. And as soon as I do that, we turn around the monument. I spot the enemy plane, and I'm like, there's nothing to do. We're still gonna win. They take both of the sectors somehow, and I'm like, okay, so we're not gonna fly through the gates because I might crash because there's the plane up. I can't really crash. He takes out my Bf-110, and this is where we meet again with our big friend FSX-001. I'm gonna put some shots here because he's flying in a very straight line here. Managed to get a massive oil leak and probably like a coolant or something. I just wanted to make sure he starts maneuvering because he was really fast. We would have struggled to catch him, and you can see how maneuverable this thing is. It's truly a really good plane. Unfortunately, he really didn't use it to full strength, because if he would have like done proper like turning maneuvering and trying to get like up and over and behind us, I think he would have had a chance here. We take him down, and the only thing I can think of now is like, okay, 140 tickets. We've just moved on to the next objective, and I'm like, there is an enemy tank. We could almost go and do like a gun run, and that's exactly what I decide. Returning it, but you can see I'm still contemplating. Maybe we could go through the Brandenburg Gates and just celebrate this victory, because let's be honest, we're probably gonna win, and this is what we do. I kind of cut out the gun run on the tank because we didn't get any hits or any damage on him. And I'm gonna be honest, this maneuver here, I probably get it right like 8 out of 10 times. And if it looked pretty good, I don't know why, but if it shows that we clipped the lower wing, but it felt like we were really high. I don't know how we clipped the wing that was lower rather than higher, but that's what happened. Unsuccessful. We spawn our Tiger, and it doesn't drive, and it doesn't drive at all. A weird bug. You need to jump out with one of the crew at least, get back in it, and then suddenly it just like, yeah, we're going. And instantly there's a bombing attempt that I believe wasn't really for me. I think it was for my friendly tank. Their plane is up, but I don't think this is gonna change much. They are pushing on to Delta Point quite a lot, because everyone on the Charlie side, the whole enemy team, is kind of sitting, or maybe not the whole enemy team, but they are sitting in the building and just machine gunning, sniping out towards the points, and that is not how you're gonna win these objectives here. You can't be sitting in a building and just shooting down on it. Some guys are gonna try and go for the point, but I think at this stage, when you've ran out of the reinforcements, there's a King Tiger sitting on top of the hill. We're gonna be trying to mow down absolutely every single one we see jumping out of this building. Obviously still cautious from this flank, because technically there could still be tanks somewhere. But this is gonna be it. We're gonna do our best here to clean as many infantry guys we can. There's 30 seconds to go in this game, and only a miracle could literally save the enemy team. And this is the top tier machinery of Germany. Both of the King Tigers, some really good fighter planes, with some bombs that are capable of taking out tanks as well. So you really get the best of all of the worlds when playing top tier Germany. If you have many slots for all sorts of different, tanks and planes, then you're just sorted out. Especially this one is notoriously famous objective that is really difficult, specifically on this map, to take. And you could feel the results. We were really relaxed straight from the beginning of the game, just sitting on the hill with the Tiger, because I knew that the enemies are going to be really struggling. By capping the first sectors, they managed to stretch out the game to almost 30 minutes. And this is how we did. Let me know. This is a kind of a weird video format that I do post-com, but I know I'm going to be going on holiday in July, And I was just thinking I could probably like record these sorts of videos, just like a full game, spawning different squads and playing, commenting on it, posting them on my channel. And when I'll be on holiday, obviously I couldn't record new videos, I would just publish these over the course of my holiday. So this could be probably like July or something. But yeah, thank you so much for joining a little German top tier gameplay in Berlin for you this time around. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.